Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel Door of Knowledge. And today's our topic is basically transit analysis of RC circuit. And in today's topic, I'm not going to analyze the circuit on multisim, but we are going to do some conventional work as well. So let's start. So list of component in part A we are going to simulate the circuit in our multisim, and in part B as I said that we are going to do some conventional work. So we need a resistor of 10 kilo ohms, capacitor of 1 microfarad, we need a breadboard, jumper wires, function generator and oscilloscope. Okay, so this is our circuit diagram in which we are using a 10 kilo ohm and 1 microfarad capacitor. So let's start to make this circuit on multisim first. So I have opened the circuit here, and now we need a resistor. In basics, I will get a resistor of 10 kilo ohm and a capacitor of 1 microfarad connected in series. Now I need a source, single step voltage source. Yes, this one. Okay, this one. Close. Complete the circuit. Need a ground to connect. Okay, now our circuit is complete. So our initial voltage will be 5 and the final level will be 0, and it is going to be at step time will be 0. Okay, now we are going to the interactive part. So it's a transient analysis. Click on here. Okay, maximum time step. Okay, so to give the end time, we should know that what the time constant is. First we need to know that what will be the time constant of this RC circuit. So it's a simple formula for that, is tau is equals to RC, and it will be 0.017 second, which is approximately 10 millisecond. So we are giving the value of 0.1. Okay, or we can give the value of 0.50 millisecond. I want to give the 50 millisecond value, 0.05. Okay, and at output we have to select the voltage because we are using capacitor. So the input voltage V1 and output voltage, capacitor's voltage, will be V2, and run this simulation. So here we got the graph. So we can inverse this thing from here as well. Okay, so it's up to you which is good for you. So black screen is good for me. Okay, now we are using the cursor, show cursor, and set x value will be 10 millisecond. So cursor 1, x1 is 10 millisecond, and the voltage V2 is approximately 1.83. Okay, and we are going to put all these values in our graph here. You will see. Okay, now set the cursor value 20 milli, 676 milli. It's going to be 676 milli voltage. Set x value at 30 milli. It will be 248 milli voltage remaining in the capacitor. Set x value at 40 milli. It will be 91.57 milli voltage is remaining in the capacitor. Now set the x value at 5 tau, which is 50 millisecond, and the value is approximately 33.68 milli. Okay, so I am going to put all these value in this graph, in this table. First thing, at 1 dot the value we have to check at 10 millisecond, 2 dot 20 millisecond, 30, 40 and 50. We have checked it, and the value is this 1.83, 67 milli, 0.24, 0.091, 0.03. And the percentage of drop can be calculated through this formula. Here we have to put the total voltage, which is 5 volt minus 1.83 divided by 5 into 100. and I have calculated this thing as well. So as I told you in before that in a RC circuit, one time constant, if you have given the right frequency at one time constant, capacitor is 63% charge or discharge, okay, at one time constant, and at 5 tau it's completely discharge or charge. So let's move on towards the conventional part. If you need some more help in multisim, you can watch my previous videos of RL transient analysis and RC transient analysis in MATLAB as well. Okay. So previously we have calculated the discharging time. So at 5 tau capacitor is completely charged, which means it required to 5 tau for charging as well. If capacitor required 5 tau to charge it completely, so it means required 5 tau as well to discharge. So the total time constant will be 10 tau, and we have to find out at what frequency we should give our circuit so it shows complete charge and discharge. So here's a formula here. 10 tau is equal to 10 millisecond. Where from I get this 10 millisecond? You have calculated at this point that 10k into 1 macro is equal to 0.01 second, which is equal to 10 millisecond, and I have to multiply this 10 millisecond with 10, so I will get a answer of 100 millisecond. So we need to find the frequency. As we are using function generator, so we have to convert this time into frequency as well. So 1 over t is equals to 1 over 100 millisecond is equals to 10 hertz. 10 hertz frequency is required. So let's set up the circuit first. We need a capacitor of 1 microfarad and a 10 kilo ohm resistor. As you can see, I have made the upper part as positive side and negative side in the bottom side. Okay, this side is becoming basically ground and this one is becoming the positive side. Okay, so this jumper is just connecting these resistor and capacitor, so you can remove this thing and you can connect it from here as well. So here I make the connection. You can see that as I said before, the upper part is basically the positive side and the below side, bottom side is basically the negative side. So you have to connect the function generator input here, oscilloscope channel 1 here, and this thing, as you can see, this thing is connected to the upper side, positive side. Resistor 1 side is connected to this one, and the second side of the resistor is connected to the capacitor, and capacitor is connecting towards the ground. So in the ground you can see that we have connected the oscilloscope channel 2 to the ground, oscilloscope channel 1 is also ground, and function generator negative side is also ground, and this capacitor side. So we have to find the charging and discharging of capacitor. So we have to connect the oscilloscope channel 2 to this point. I have connected each and everything, as you can see. Now set the frequency. So the frequency is 10 hertz and amplitude is 1 volt, peak to peak, and offset value should be 0.0 and is equal to 0.02 is just equivalent to 0, and the input signal should be square wave. So here we get the output. As you can see that both that scale are same, 500 millivolt and 500 millivolt. Okay, and this yellow one is our input and this blue one is basically showing the capacitor charging and capacitor discharging. Okay, so I think everything is so clear that how we have to calculate the frequency and how we can completely charge our capacitor and discharge our capacitor. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you like this video. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.